hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video edition in our Triad series. Guys, I got to tell you, I'm super excited about what God has been doing. Constantly in fellowship, I'm always talking to someone that is expressing some of the deep truths that they're getting out of their triads. I speak to people who are just getting going. They're excited to do that. I speak to people who haven't gotten going and now they've decided to get going. I really want to hold you up, church, for continuing to pursue God in our one another relationships. And this one I'm really excited about because we're going to get a little deeper in our conversation as we talk about Jesus being the bread of life. As we get into this one, I want you to know that the goal in this triad is to really have some open and honest dialogue about our walk with God, how we're being fed spiritually in God's Word. But not only how we're walking with God, but as we walk with God, are we becoming the salt of the earth? Are we becoming those vessels through which God makes his appeal to this lost and dark world? That's what this triad time is all about here in looking at Jesus as being the bread of life. And I really do. I want to ask you to pray, to go over the scriptures, and to be honest with one another. This is a great time to come together, be real, be vulnerable, and be humble to each other's input in our lives. You know, if we live a life and we're not honest and real with one another, as we talk through this triad, as we talk about our time with God, our yearning for God, as we talk about the impact that we're having in other people's lives, or the lack thereof it, if we are not honest about this, then we won't change. We won't change, and God will not be able to make his appeal through you and I. And I really implore you, be humble and be honest. The questions are designed that our teachers put together just for us to come together and to be real with one another and to get help. Let's not browbeat or be judgmental with one another, but let's be like Christ, being comforting, encouraging, and strengthening one another so that we can do the work that God has called us to do. I'm excited about this triad discussion because I believe there are so many more people out there who want to know God. And God has placed us in and around their communities and their areas and our workplaces to be the salt of the earth. And I know for some that there are challenges in our life, in our faith, or maybe in our life circumstances that inhibit us from being the salt of the earth. This is a great time in this triad to talk about it. Maybe you have fears. There's some questions in here about, are you studying with anyone? Are you reaching out to anyone? And maybe you may feel intimidated to say, well, no, I haven't, and it's been years. Listen, this is the time to be honest, to be open, to get the help, the prayer, and the encouragement so that you can be that vessel for God. I believe this. This church is totally committed to being a vehicle through which God can work. And I know you are committed to that too. But don't allow Satan to deceive you, to not be honest and real, to get the help. I love you. I'm looking forward to growing and maturing with you for many, many, many more years. I love you. May God be with you.